Hi everyone, it's Carl from the Information Lab here, and I'm going to show you how to build a connected scatter plot within Tableau. So in this example, we're using UK house prices, so all sales from England and Wales versus all sales for just my postcodes from 1995 to 2014. If you want to follow along the example, then feel free to go onto Tableau Public, find this example and download it. It's also available on my blog datajedininja.blogspot.co.uk. So let's show how you build this. First of all, let's take our total price or total average price for England and Wales, and let's take our total sales and drop onto rows. Tableau gives us one mark, and here we have a choice. Because I know my data is one row per year, then I can just disaggregate those values. My personal preference is actually just breaking down the detail by exactly what I'm picking. So, well, actually, I want to break this data down by year, so I've dragged that onto level of detail on the marks card. To create that connection though, currently using a shape, let's change that to a line. Now you get some funky behavior that happens here. You get 2009 connect to 2008. You get 2011 actually goes to 2010, which goes to 2012. And that's because Tableau is actually reading the path by default as left to right on our x-axis. So we have to show Tableau which path to follow. So let's actually sequentially do that as our years. And now we kind of see the shape that we saw before form. So 2010 goes to 2011, which goes to 2012. Excellent. Now let's add in our average price for my postcode as a comparable and the total sales against that. Tableau actually gives us 4 axes here because we've given it 4 measures. So that's actually doing exactly what Tableau does whenever you give Tableau a measure. So to pull those back together, we're going to have to use dual axis. And as average sits alongside average, it makes sense that they would share an axis. And exactly the same for total sales. But we've got this kind of gobbledygook happening now. So what we actually need to do, just to show this more clearly, is actually just strip everything back to our one mark. And then just re-add and only on the all marks card. So let's add our year back onto our path. Let's add our area onto color. And Tableau's actually cleaned up that view for us now that it is a dual axis chart. Works really nicely. Now, because all sales and SE14 sales are the same item, we could synchronize it, but it also wouldn't make sense as you've got a whole to part relationship. But where we would want to synchronize axis is where we have our average price across England and Wales in comparison to our SE14 price. So let's go ahead and actually synchronize that axis. Now that we're seeing what we had before. Now from a design point of view, that's absolutely fine. We've got some great reference points, but because Tableau allows me to use our tooltip to investigate where the data points are, I wanted to clean up this view and just strip it back a little bit more. And how we can do that is hide our headers. So right click, untick the show header. We can do that all the way around. And then also just to remove the borders in the background, we can right click, choose format, and we're just going to take away our grid lines. So within our format, our final option, and just tick none. Now we've got this really beautiful stripped back view, some indicator of some nulls, and that's just me knowing the data that I can remove that. And what I can also do is just make sure that everything is fine, change my tooltip if I want to end up with a visualization that works really well, is informative, and shows the relationship between house sales across the UK, so England and Wales specifically, against SE14. Hope that's useful. Thanks.